So I just want to talk about like a few quirks this watch has that I wish I knew, because I think most of the review on internet doesn't really show it. What's up guys? A quick review for the Grand Seiko SBGA413. I bought this watch maybe 2 days ago. I've been wearing it on my wrist ever since. The watch is amazing. It's beautiful dial, spring drive, 3-day reserve. I mean, just look at it. Oh yeah, look at how shiny it is. When I wear a mechanical watch, I want to disconnect from my phone. So if I wear my Apple Watch, sure, it tells me time perfectly, but it also distracts me perfectly. Sometimes I just want to not use my phone, but still be able to tell time. First, as beautiful the dial and the hands and markers are, at a glance, sometimes with certain light, everything looks silver, so it's kind of hard to read just because there's not much contrast. Not a big deal, just want to let people know in case anybody is thinking about, oh, is this high contrast enough? What I mean by it's kind of hard to read when the minute and hour are stacked on top of each other. So if you look at this, the hour hands are actually underneath the minute hand. I would think that that's the minute, so I would look for the hour, but the hour is nowhere to be seen. It's just underneath the minute. And they should have made the hour on top of the minute, so that is a little bit more legible. I was also looking at the SLGA019, the Leisua. So that one has a dark background. So I would imagine that you can really easy to read time from that watch just because how contrasty it is. I ultimately chose the Shunbun because it's a lighter color. I wanted a everyday watch, so a lighter color is definitely better than a darker color for everyday at least. So like I feel like I couldn't really wear like a sweater with the Leisua watch. Another thing is like I already felt this in the store and I have no problem with it, but the titanium case and bracelet almost feels like a plastic metal. Being really lightweight doesn't really help that. It doesn't feel premium. I like titanium because it's light and it's hardened in steel, so it should theoretically avoid chipping on the bracelet. I just want people to know that if they're thinking about getting a titanium bracelet, do check it out in person because it does feel different than the stainless steel counterpart. It almost feels like is less smooth almost. The stainless steel is definitely very smooth. So I think that's the number 2 complaint. Number 3, which is I think most of the review shows that the GS logo is actually covering the spring drive movement. So it is pretty distracting looking at it. Like it's hard to figure out what I'm supposed to be focusing on. Do I look at the GS logo? Or do I look at the movement itself? Because why do we make the logo so visible on a see-through back? Do I look at the logo or do I look at the movement? If Grand Seiko want us to look at the logo, then maybe they shouldn't have put a see-through back. And if they want us to look at the movement, the stickers probably shouldn't be so prominently placed, right? It's basically covering 35% of the entire back. Ultimately, it's not a big deal because I mostly look at the front, not the back. Another complaining is that some people complain about how the bracket doesn't fold close with the bracelet itself. So you see how there's like a huge gap between the buckle and the bracelet? Yeah, people complain about that. It does look kind of ugly and lack continuity in the bracelet, but I think in general it looks really good. It tapers nicely. I think it's just fine. What else? I was gonna count how many polished surface there is compared to the non-polished surface. Pretty good deal. Yeah, I didn't buy it from a boutique because boutique, they don't give any sale. Bought it from one of the authorized dealer on the official Grand Seiko website. I have a 6.5-inch wrist and this is what it looks like. What time is it? It is 2:27. Another complaint I might actually have that I don't see it in every other review on internet is that this bracelet, yes, On the edge is nicely rounded and polished, but the inner part, this edge here, the inner links here, they are pretty sharp. If I run my finger like this, it feels like it could cut me. You see this gap here? That line is kind of sharp. Maybe polish it more on the edge, so it doesn't really feel that rough when your hand glides across the bracelet. But you know, this is just one of my complaints that I have. I wouldn't say it's a huge deal breaker. Again, I just want people to know these quirky things that I only realized after I bought the watch. And yes, it is still an amazing watch. I got it for $6,200 after tax. Yeah guys, don't get me wrong, I still think this is an amazing watch. Today is Wednesday, so yeah, after owning this watch for 3 days. But after owning this watch and discovering all these things, I still would have bought it again if I had a choice. Everybody just talks about how great the watch is. Yes, they are great. But I also love to hear about the bads, because let's face it, at this level, it's not about the good thing about the watch, it's about what kind of bads we can tolerate. So, yeah, just trade-offs at this point, and I think the trade-off is well worth it. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.